Hello, you welcome to this amazing channel. There are people who believe strongly that, when one dies, they come back to life. And there are some that maintain that nothing like that exists. In eastern part of Nigeria, occupied majorly by Igbos, they have a very strong belief in Oluwa. That is what they call reincarnation. They believe in reincarnation, and also believe that not everyone reincarnates. They always look out for signs to ascertain who came back to life. The newborn infant may be examined for birthmarks or birth defects. This may be found to correspond with marks or mutilations that a deceased person had on his or her body. Sometimes, the family may consult an oracle, specializing in identification of an infant's previous personality. In some cases, the child may show behavior resembling that of a deceased person. Another sign is that the child may make statements that indicate memories of possessions owned by a deceased person or of events in that person's life. Such statements usually occur after the child learns to speak. People have been reported to say things or avoid certain things that are connected to their previous death. Most of these occur when people are young, and these memories become distant and even wiped out as time goes on. It was also believed that some people return to take revenge. They return to the homes that treated them callously in their previous lives for revenge. These people bring nothing but sorrow to their families. Even with these signs, some persons still do not believe in reincarnation. This is a life story of a young woman who is believed to have lived before and returned with knowledge of her previous life. When Nechanayar, that's not her real name though, was just 3 years plus, that fateful afternoon she was playing, dragging a chair around their house. She mistakenly hit a bottle of palm oil, kept at the corner of the room by her mother. Her father, who had been warning her all along to drop the chair, was angry. As he watched, the red liquid spread through the room. In anger, he stood up from where he was sitting and rushed to meet his daughter Nechanayar. What he heard his daughter say made him stop halfway. Nechanayar had said to him, "Would you beat your father's mother Mbafor?" He was shocked and taken aback, as if he didn't hear her well. He asked his daughter what she said, and she repeated, "She's Mbafor, his father's mother." At first, he couldn't make meaning out of what his daughter said. His daughter Nechanayar never met his father's mother. That is, his grandmother Mbafor had died a few years before Nechanayar was born. Again, he can't remember discussing Mbafor with little Nechanayar, and it kept him wondering for a long time. He resolved never to touch his daughter, because he can't see himself beating his grandmother. When Nechanayar turned 5 years, she would always tell them she hid her money in the barn. When she first started with this money story, they were not paying attention to her, because they don't have a barn in the compound. They kept their yams in one of the old huts in the compound. But Nechanayar continued her story of how and where she hid her money. She would always point at the plantation in the far end of the compound, referring to the plantation as barn. Sometimes her parents would find her digging a small hole with a stick in the plantation. She would always tell them she wanted to dig out the money she hid there. This continued until the day the family was clearing the plantation. They were uprooting some of the plantain plants to be replanted in another location. When the father dug up some cowries, tied in a loincloth before covered in a clay pot, just like Nechanayar had described. They later discovered that where they use as their plantation used to be a barn where the family used to keep their yams before. Signs like this always get a lot thinking. If this is not reincarnation, what is it then? Do you believe in reincarnation or not? Have you had a first-hand experience or stories about reincarnation you would love to share with us? Please feel free to share your stories and your thoughts on reincarnation in the comments section. Thanks so much for watching, and please do subscribe and like our video. Bye.